Alright, so back to this. We're actually at the end of the main menu theme, but yeah, I guess in the previous part, we beat the gym leader, Harmony. Actually, the battle was a real pain in the ass. I mean, it took me like, I think 4 to 5 tries, and I ultimately needed to use my X Attack 3 in order to win. It was really close. Definitely the hardest gym battle I've had so far with game, and that marks, or this game, and that marks the 4th gym completed. That's halfway there in terms of gyms, at least. However, we also learned as soon as we won, Nora barged in and then told us, or basically just said that the power was cut to the hospital north, which I'm pretty sure is in Sonata Hills. But because I remember that was a location. But well, I walked up there, saw it, and then walked back down when I was exploring Sonata City. But I mean, yeah, she alluded to, or well, both her and Jim Lee and Harmony alluded to that it was likely cut on purpose, which we can presume is the work of cultists. I mean, if there's anyone going to do that, it's likely them. But I actually predicted it was the Darkrai called Persephone behind it, because we knew that from a couple parts ago, she was tasked by Yarn in order to deal with us while Yarn was out, presumably trying to find another crystal that he could use. And if he didn't get back by the time, or if by the time he got back we weren't dealt with, he would have clapped Persephone and then annihilated her Shade Forest base. So, I mean, yeah, presumably it's a Darkrai call, because it makes sense, right? I mean, it's like, what would the cult, like, I'm trying to think of what cults would gain by attacking a hospital other than luring us out. So it makes sense why it'd be the Darkrai cult. But again, we don't know yet. Like, we don't know which cult it is or whatnot. It could theoretically be any cult. But yeah, so we're here. I guess the new level cap is irrelevant, because presumably we're just going to be battling cultists. I'll look and see if we battle a cult leader, because if so, I'll likely need to prepare for that. But if we're not, also I should probably quick save. Is this even the right way? Okay, it is. Yeah. So up here, I'm pretty sure that's where Sonata Hills is. So yeah, and I don't have the wiki open. Yeah, there's Sonata Hills, because I don't want to spoil anything. Like, again, I don't know which cults it is or whatnot. Okay, I actually think, hold on. Yeah, this is actually, I think this is the way to the next route. But obviously, you know, we need to deal with whatever's going on here. Sonata Hill is a place of rest. So it's actually, is it a cemetery or a hospital? They say it's a hospital. Are there normally people here? Because I actually, like, when I was exploring Sonata City, I just went, okay, there's a dude there. I want to go around the other way, though, see if there's anything there. But when I walked up into Sonata Hills and went back down. So, like, I mean, yeah, it wasn't like I was actually out exploring this place. So let's see what he has to say. Sonata Hills is both a home for the elderly and a hospital for the sick. Okay, just like a normal hospital. It's a beautiful and serene place. We're grateful to Harmony for taking such great care of it. Okay, so as opposed to Xavier, who doesn't even live in his frickin' city, like, he was in the capital of the nation, the capital of the Torren region. Harmony's out here running her own hospital. Okay, so here's the hospital. Of course, there's a Pokemon Center. I wonder if there's an item back here. Probably. I'd say I'd be willing to bet. Oh, wait. Okay, I see. Oh, there's a side entrance. Let's go through the side entrance and see what's PP up. Oh, yeah, I also realized, so yeah, by having won the battle, okay, hold on, that's the wrong screen. Here's what I want to show, because by having won the battle, I guaranteed that Sandman would permanently have, 7 gunk shots. So I actually might as well just use this PP to add in a 8th gunk shot. So now I know I'm not replacing gunk shot with, yeah, now I know I'm not replacing gunk shot with poison jab, because that's what I was thinking for the extra accuracy. But now that I use the PP in order to help win the battle, at least, yeah, now it's kind of stuck that way, and it'd be a waste if I did anything otherwise. So I actually didn't use that many hyper potions and revives. I only used one revive apparently, huh? That's surprising. So yeah, so gong shots now. It's now max PP or whatnot. So let's go in through this side. No, I'm gonna go in through the main entrance. We'll probably have to go. I don't want to like jump the story or whatnot, or like do any of that. We'll probably need to go through that like another way or whatnot. So yeah, now I'm just gonna quick save before we enter. Let's see what's going down. I was about to say, what does this seem? I was about to say it's probably a lot bigger on the inside than what it seems, but so okay, yeah, the power was cut. So it's actually there's straight up no one here. Like there was. Do we even go in the basement? I'm gonna check out. Can we go in these rooms? We can. Okay, so this dude's just chilling here. So apparently nothing's happened to these people. Welcome to Sonata Hills, youngster. There aren't many folk here, but I do try to be quiet. We don't want to make too much of a racket. So presumably nothing's changed for these people. Like the power got cut and then they're just still like chilling or whatnot. Is the theme slowed down? Oh, there's items here. Hold on, give me those. Can I actually take these items? I can. That's why I'm like, oh, these are actually nice. So should I go back and okay, oh, that person's looking after someone. Is this game about to get grim real quick? Like dark and grim real quick? Like this boy's like dying and I'm stealing his items. Like let's see what the nurse has to say. See, my patient's trying to sleep. You don't go rifling through his things on the table either. Those don't belong to you. It's a bit too late for that. Why are you like watching? He's trying to sleep and you're like watching over him. Like let a man sleep. Like, geez. Were there items in why is it getting slower every time I enter and exit out of a room? Okay, this guy and nothing. Watch it. Wait. I'm pretty sure it's getting slower every time we enter and exit a room. Oh, shoot. So there's actually a lot. So how many more rooms are there? 4, 5. So yeah, I'll check out all the rooms on this floor first, and I actually think I'll go upstairs then. I don't want to go in the basement. That's like weird. Okay, so this person, let's see. I was just dismissed from the hospital yesterday, so I'm just packing my things up. I hope I didn't leave anything behind. Did she leave something behind? I'll go check later on the wiki or whatnot when I'm done with whatever. I swear, gods. But, well, congratulations. Why is this person just having an escape rope lying down? I don't know, because we know it's basically like just a noose, right? Or like noose rope. It could be the same rope for multiple purposes, but yeah, I mean, but congrats to that one lady for leaving the hospital. Like that's ultimately good, right? Most people hospitalized don't stay here too long. We use the healing abilities of Pokemon to speed up their recovery. I mean, makes sense though, right? If you lived in a world with like magical creatures or whatnot, like Pokemon, what's this person doing? Hello, what brings you to Sonata Hills Medical Center today? Did you come here because of the ghost? What? Well, you see, many years ago, there were several claims of a ghost woman patrolling these hallways with a candle at night. Most of the time, we would just discount these as nothing more than figments of the imagination, but strangely, the hallways that she was said to have visited always had patients with the most improvement. As the years went by, the ghost would visit the other hallways less and less. Eventually, she'd only appear around this room. Now there have been no signs of the ghost for quite some time. Maybe it's just our imaginations or pure coincidence, but the patients that stay in this room really do seem to recover faster than normal. Maybe there never was a ghost, but there still may be some truth to his story. Okay, so there's a ghost in this room. Is that what you're telling me? What happens if we click yes? Is it the same story? It's interesting, isn't it? Oh, but don't worry. I certainly have never seen any ghosts here myself. It's probably just an urban legend. Is she the ghost? Is someone in the bed that we can't see? I don't know. I'm going to leave this room. If there's something involved in this, we can come back to it. We need to figure out who cut the power. I'm starting to think maybe it's not cultists because there's just no one here. It's like there's no one here. It's deserted. But clearly they made it seem as though someone purposefully cut the power. So, hold on, is that item? No, that's just a flower pot. So should we go in the basement? Nah, let's save that for later. Because there's probably, I'd rather go to the second floor. We can go to the basement some other time. Quick save. There we go. Okay, so presumably there are only 2 floors. How many doors are here? Well, I guess we probably will have to go to the basement. But I want to get all these interactions. Ooh, there's a TM. So there's just this random lady here then. I guess, hold on. So Dragon Pulse. That's really good. Hold on. I didn't expect it to be a good team. A trainer. I remember those days well. All of you know I was one of the best. Really? Why don't you help yourself to the team I have on the table? It was useful way back when. It may help you as well. That's actually really good for my starter release. So, I mean, it's like generation gap, whatnot. We have no clue. That lady could have been champion. Okay, no one's in this room. Oh, got some water on my keyboard, but should be fine. Okay, Hyper Potion, no one else in here. These rooms are starting to get more deserted. Like the past 2 rooms we checked, there was just straight up no one in there. I mean, but presumably everyone's just chilling. There's like no real sign of any sort of thing that happened. Obviously, besides the power being cut, but besides that, like everyone's just chilling. There's no sign of anyone else. I assume we'll get to the basement and there'll be something, but like I say, I want to check all these first. Okay, this man's just chilling. Let's let him sleep. This man's asleep in his bed. That's how you let someone sleep. You don't breathe down someone's neck as they're sleeping, like that one nurse in the first floor, like second room or something. Okay, is that a normal Pokeball? Okay, it is. Nice, let's take that. I'm basically, I'm taking advantage of the blackout, just like robbing everything. But I guess, I mean, well, that's kind of, literally the one lady said, don't take all this stuff after I'd taken it all. And then, but the other lady told me to take it, so. I mean, okay, so there's a super repel, I think. Let's see what this man has to say. Let's see. I'm like, wait, what? I used to live in a gate village in the Ore region. I have no clue what that is. Is that in a, that's probably in a non-main series game. I haven't played any games outside the main series. Wait, is that in a, that's probably like a, yeah, it's, I think that's a non-main series game. It's a beautiful place, but not nearly as quiet as Sonata City, which is rather ironic. Its name. I guess that makes sense. I was about to say, did we glitch out the interaction? Because it took a while for that interaction to pop up. Okay, so that man's facing the wrong way. Yeah. Let's see. The man, he's a stomach sleeper. He sleeps on his stomach. He's either that or he just doesn't have a face. See, there's a man lying here asleep. He's a stomach sleeper. That's like actually the worst sleep position, sleeping on your stomach. Like even sleeping on your side's better, which isn't the best position to begin with. Like you want to be a back sleeper. Okay, so let's wrong button for quick save. Quick save, go down here, see what the cause is all about. Because presumably this is where the okay, why does this theme keep getting slower? Why is everyone here? That's Harmony, Damien, Nora. That's Tane. Wait, there's okay. Okay, so it wasn't Persephone. I was dead wrong on that one. But I mean, I knew like something was up when we entered and there were just like no cultists. I'm like, clearly it can't be a cult. Or it could be the cult with like 0 members, the perfection cult. But I just don't understand. Like, look at the room we're in. I don't understand how, okay, first off, Tane, you again from the Sun-Touched. Oh no, that's Harmony speaking. Because remember, she actually saw Tane at the Sun-Touched City Gym when he was trying to get a Reshiram from Orion. Why is the perfection called here? Like, what do they gain from this? I mean, we're like in this little room in the basement. Rukro presumably like shut off the power for like 15 seconds and then like everybody shows up. But like, what does he gain from this? Pleased to see you again, Harmony, YouTube Raven Nora. Yeah, because he knows well. Oh, okay, yeah, because Nora was actually at the first gym as well. He knows us and Damien from our second interaction in in the Perfection base or whatnot, or Perfectionist base. So he's been asked twice. Well, he's only met them once. My name's Tane, if you don't remember. I'm a part of Perfection. Don't worry, I didn't forget. She just straight up cut him off. I mean, man's just trying to like give an introduction here. I was pleased to hear it again. I wanted to see him introduce himself again. Like, didn't you slap a child and try to kidnap Reshiram? Yeah. It's very reductive, but yes, it's exactly what I did. I mean, I'm literally about to do the exact same thing. Tane's like, how does that relate to this present moment? What I did in the past doesn't matter now. What matters is everyone's going to die if we don't turn this power back on. You at the back. I don't know why you're tampering with their power, but you better start explaining. Harmony needs to chill. That's like Rukra could probably kick her ass. I mean, Tane, we know Tane has freaking Kuro as a cult admin, and he has a mega evolution as well. So that's a pretty big deal as a cult admin. But then presumably Rukra's stronger than Tane. So given he's the cult leader, so I wouldn't run your mouth around Rukra. Tane maybe, but Rukra no. Don't worry, Harmony. We'll turn the power back on. I don't know if it's Rukra or Tane speaking at this moment. It could be either, I guess. Oh, we just want to talk to you, that's all. Okay, so yeah, that is Rukra speaking. Okay, so presumably he, like I said, the only possible way to, like the only possible gain out of doing this is to just draw us out. So he just wants to talk to Harmony for whatever reason. Don't know why. I see the Pokemon on the map. Do Rukra and Tane just always travel together? Well, no, that's false, because Tane went after Reshiram on his own, but presumably he was tasked by Rukra. But I mean, I wonder what they want to talk about. Rukra, what are you doing? Why are you here? So Harmony knows about Rukra, but she doesn't know he's the leader of the Cult of Perfection. Why is everyone like 5 years? Even freaking Professor Sylvan knew Rukra was the leader of the Cult of Perfection. Why is Harmony, a gym leader, like so behind on this information? I want to make a deal with you, Harmony. He literally just ignores the question. A deal with the power source of the hospital? Yeah, that's the deal. These people live and you give me something. That's basically what the deal is going to be. He'll be like, these people live and you give us something. Are you actually blackmailing me with the lives of people here? Yes. Has she not connected the dots that he's the leader, or at least a member? Well, we don't even know if there are actually members. It could actually, because I joked about how small the cult is, but we haven't seen any Cult of Perfection members besides Rukra and Tane, so they may very well be the only two people in this cult or whatnot. Rukra, what happened to you? Okay, because this is really interesting. Because this is really interesting. This is legitimately interesting because we have that because obviously the first interaction between Rukra and someone else was it was between Rukra and Professor Sylvan, and Sylvan was saying like, oh, I knew Rukra before he became a cult leader. He was like such a great kid or whatnot. And then we had the interaction with one of the members of the Scientist Club. I actually got that one on film or like on tape or whatnot. But that one was like, they were like, oh, we knew Rukra before he's the perfect cult leader when he was a part of the Scientist Club. And then ultimately, he was always slightly off, but he was really driven or had like a strong will or whatnot, something along those lines, or that he was very intelligent. And now she's like, wait, what happened? And she's like, you used to be so, and presumably he's going to come up. I think this is really interesting because we don't really know the backstory for many of the cult leaders. At least for Garen, we know basically he was driven to become the second augur. And basically, we know he's very power hungry, very power driven. He's been scheming ever since become the second augur or whatnot. But Rukra, we know he was actually presumably a fairly normal guy. Like, despite the member of the Scientist Club calling him weird, presumably he was a very smart, like very nice guy. And I think that's a very interesting picture to paint of Rukra as a sort of backstory. Because obviously, besides being a cult leader, he's ultimately the leader of probably the most unique cult in the sense that, as opposed to sort of pursuing a legend or a Pokemon deity, they pursue instead their own version of like, what did the actual Rex Perfect life form? Because that'd be like related to Sonic. But I think this is a really interesting backstory they're painting of Rukra with all these characters saying, oh, you're like so smart, so nice, like what happened, why are you a cult leader, stuff like that. Presumably there'll be an event that led to him becoming a cult leader or some sort of shift in his mentality, but we'll probably learn that later. But he's like, I have the power cord, stop talking. Rukra's literally like, these people are gonna die and you're wasting your breath. Like, let's see, thank you. Okay, he's like, you brought up my past. He's just like, he needs like a stress. Every time someone brings up his past, he just needs like a stress ball. He needs to like just relax. He like tenses up anytime someone brings up his past. That's right, it is me. It's been a while. He's like, all right, time to monologue now that I've shut you up. Is not the person you anymore. I'm the leader of Perfection cult now. Why is it not called the perfection cult? Like the perfection cult sounds better, or like at least perfectionist cult, but perfection cult, like say at least say like cult of perfection. Like, oh my God. Like you don't say I'm the leader of perfection cult. Say I'm the leader of the perfection cult, or I'm the leader of the cult of perfection, or like I'm the leader of the perfectionist cult. Like not just of perfection cult. Like, I mean, come on, Rupa, you're smart. You should know like your grandma. But I honestly think that's really interesting. Like the backstory they're painting here. I think that's really interesting. Like how Rukra is probably the one who's changed the most. All the other cult leaders were probably the way they were for presumably their whole life. But Rukra, they're really seeming to paint the backstory or picture that he was ultimately like, you know, a normal guy. Not, in fact, not just a normal guy, but a pretty smart and intelligent guy. And like a pretty, or I guess I meant to say a smart and nice guy, but ultimately, you know, like I said, now he's the leader of the cult of perfection. And ultimately, there likely was an event or incident which caused him to sort of shift his view or mentality or whatnot. And it'll be interesting to learn about what that is. But so why I'm here, I was trying to find you. We already knew this. He's like, I did this to dry you out. Like, you run the hospital here, right? You have access to all the patients in the building. How is that important? Is there like some patient who needs that? Wouldn't really make sense. We want access to a room containing the patient involved. We have no clue who this is. You can't just throw a name out there. That's my father's room, Rukra. There's no chance I'm going to be honest here. Harmony really has zero bargaining power because either she doesn't let him and then, you know, he just straight up dies because there's no power apparently, or she does and he gets what he wants. I mean, she really has zero bargaining power here. I mean, and you near him and you know it. I thought you might say that. We actually have your father's best interests at heart, believe it or not. Okay, this is presumably going to be some new plot that's going to be dropped on us. That I, again, like, this is new information to me. This is the first I made it in the game, so we know he's sick. We know what his condition is. Okay, so Harmony's father is sick. The only reason they would introduce this was if it's hereditary, right? Because we really don't care about Harmony's father unless he has some sort of plot point, like unless he is involved in some sort of plot point later in the game. Let's help you. We can both get what we want here, but we still don't know what they want. Obviously, presumably Harmony's father is sick with some condition or ailment, like Rukra said, and she wants him to be healed. But we don't know what Rukra gets out of this. I'll put the power back on like you want. Then we'll go to Moldrum on. We can talk. Fine, whatever. Just hurry up. People's lives are at stake here. That's why I'm like, she has really zero bargaining power here. I'm not sure what she's trying to get at. But this is interesting, though. Besides, this is interesting between 2 points. The backstory they're painting for Rukra, and then ultimately, sort of, I guess, the cult of perfection, or I should say Rukra and Taint sort of goals or ambitions involving Harmony's father, Maud's condition or whatnot, ailment, and somehow how those relate to the cult of perfection's goals. Very well. Okay, is the lights, okay, thank God, I can actually see. Now follow me. Can we go up to? I want to see what the interaction is. Please, can we go? Okay, we don't know which. Well, I actually went through all the rooms. I guess I'll just have to guess. You used to be so different. And yeah, she's referring to Rukra. This is really interesting. I'm really loving this backstory they're painting for him as a smart, nice guy. Because like I said, the rest of the cult leaders were probably like that from the very beginning. And like, yeah, the rest of the cult leaders were probably like that from the very beginning. I mean, we know that Yaren, he was scheming to become the second augur and the leader of the Sky Cult for a while. So he was like that for a while. Like I said, presumably there ultimately had to have been an event or instance which changed Rukra, and it'll be interesting to see what that is. Can we go? I want to see their interaction. What? Who's speaking? Who's this mom? More importantly, how does Harmony know a cult leader? No clue, but I plan on following them. Nora, you're really terrible connected. Like, Nora, like, rags on Damien all the time, but she can't, like, figure out that, you know, before Rukra was a cult leader, he was, like, a normal person, and that Harmony knew him from then. Hey, you should come along. I'd love to have some support. Yeah, I want to see their interaction. I don't care about actually supporting them. I just want to see the interaction between Rukra, Harmony, and Maul. See, he's still not talking to me after what I said. That makes sense, though, right? She literally, like, she insulted probably his biggest insecurity about all, which relates all the way back to the events in Telnor Town, about him not being up to the challenge of going on a journey. Like, I can't blame him. Why so it's awful. I just hope that he won't snap and betray us. Damn, she's actually accusing him. She really thinks he's going to be the one to betray us. Like I said, I think they're going to reveal that the first augur is the leader of the infernal cult and that he actually already did betray. He already fulfilled the prophecy, and then we'll ultimately need to beat. But I mean, Nora really thinks Damien's going to be the one to betray us. Wait up, I'm coming. Like, the way she said that, she was like, I really hope it doesn't snap and betray us. Cell battery, what does that even do? Is that a key item? No, it's an item. This is really, God, this game's getting good. So good, like, having actually, like, new content or information in the game. If the holder is hit by an electric type move, its attack will raise. Should I give the, hold on. Well, I guess, no, I'm not giving this, because if it was special attack, I would have considered giving it to, what is it? Spicy Ice. Hold on, can we just shut these off? Okay, no. Yeah, we want to go up. I want to see the interaction. Why is this? Okay, so this person just showed up out of nowhere. Let's see. Welcome to the Sonata Hills Care Center. I'm Kimberly. She literally just showed up. Like, okay, second floor. We said top floor or second floor, right? Okay, so this is gonna be cramped. We have like 5 or 6 people in one room. Actually, yeah, this is gonna be cramped. We've got like 5 or 6 people in one room. Is this the room? Hold on. Let's see. Okay, no, hold on, because I think these 2 rooms were empty, right? Yeah, they were. So it's got to be. This is gonna be cramped. We got like 5 or 6 people in one room. Which room was it? I guess we'll just go until we find it. Okay, here it is. Yeah, bro, we got so many people in this room. Are you crazy? That's Harmony speaking. Where's Tane? Did Tane just dip? Like, Tane was like, okay, this like doesn't involve me. I don't care how desperate I am. I'm not going to let you force inject some weird chemical into his bloodstream. Listen, I mean, if he's gonna die regardless, like, you might as well. Like, he's literally got nothing to lose here. I mean, like, well, I guess obviously, you know, like dying in agony versus dying in peace, that's probably the difference maker. But I mean, Rukra, he's like, is she really gonna be able to stop him here? I mean, he could literally just like come at night and done that and see what happened. But I guess obviously he wanted to speak to her or whatnot. But I mean, literally, like, here's the thing though. Does she think she can actually stop him? I mean, that's the main issue. Like, if he really wanted to, he could presumably just walk up to him right now and do it, and then she couldn't really do anything to stop him. I mean, I'm not sure what, like, it's not about whether she allows it, but more so that she can't do anything to prevent him. Like, it doesn't matter if we were friends. I'm not letting you touch him or any of our patients here. I mean, that's actually right. Like, it doesn't matter if you're friends, because now he's a cult leader. Like, you were friends with him a while ago. Like, that's a different person. Like, he's changed. People change or whatnot. Like, you're friends with someone a while ago, they're a different person than they were then. You're a psychopath. The cultists know it. He's actually a cult leader. There's a very big distinction there. Much less, especially one who's a cult leader, probably the most distinct cult in the region. Fine, then. You can do it. Here's the vial. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty good clapback by Rukra. He's like, I'm not going to do it. You're going to do it. Oh, that was the man who was sleeping. Analyze it. Do whatever you need to do to convince yourself it's safe. I don't understand what Rukra has to gain out of this. Because, I mean, presumably this, like I said, this relates to the cult of perfection and its goals and whatnot. Also, where'd Tane go? Tane just dipped. Like, he's gone. Fine, maybe I will. She's going to do it and be like, okay, yeah, he was right. It's, like, completely fine. She injects it and then it just, like, explodes or something. Okay, oh, we're doing this now? I thought we would come back later. So who's speaking right now? Do you know why I want to use your father, Harmony? Okay, now he's giving a... Because we don't know, like, what this is even for. Like, all we know is that it could potentially cure him, but we don't know, like, what Rukra gains from this. And he ultimately is going to answer that. It's like, Maud was around during the original Delta incident in Hoenn. That took place in Hoenn? Wait, what? Wait, what? In Hoenn? I don't remember. Well, I remember the Delta episode from ORAS. Is that what it's referring to? I have no clue. I mean, this is beyond me at this point. After Deoxys was defeated above Moth's deep sea, people below started reporting strange fevers. Okay, so this is a continuation from that. That's really interesting. Because I was always like, Delta, yeah, there was a Delta episode, but I don't remember like any like specific incident. But yeah, apparently that's related. This is like a continuation from ORAS, the Delta episode. Everything ended up being fine, but testing showed that everyone's DNA was slightly tainted. That's a pretty big deal if your DNA is like altered. Like not enough to be significant, but enough to be noticed if you look closely. Like if you take their DNA, like they start to have like green skin. My point is that multiply may not react to viruses in the same way that ours do. So presumably because their DNA was altered, or people who had DNA altered from the what we would call the Delta incident, the defeating of Deoxys above Hoenn, presumably they have some sort of, I guess, I'd say resistance, if that's the best term to use, but just that they're different. And it's okay, that makes sense why Rukra wants to do this then. He wants to test sort of, because presumably he wasn't there, like he himself wasn't there, but he wants to test whether someone who was there, like Maud, ultimately, like how his body would react to whatever he's going to inject into him. And there's one in particular that I find interesting, which is one what? Hold on a minute. This is just Pokérus. Wait, hold on, Pokérus? Because that's the condition where your Pokemon in the PC, like they contract Pokérus and ultimately they like gain experience faster or something. And it's like a ridiculously low chance. He's just straight up gonna inject Pokérus into like a person. Like, so they actually canonize that as a virus. That's like pretty funny. This isn't dangerous. We've known about this for years. So yeah, if it's just okay, so presumably Pokérus is like a common virus. It's like the flu or cold or something. Like, and they just want to inject. He wants to inject Mauld to see how he reacts to it. Because presumably, like we said, Mauld was at the Delta incident. So ultimately, depending on how he reacts, it could show something about the way that incident altered the DNA. Like it could ultimately reveal something like special or whatnot. Exactly. The Pokérus is very unique as infection skill. It helps the Pokemon rather than hindering it. Kind of like what is it? Yeah, kind of like I was gonna say kind of like the perfection cult after it said it's a very unique virus, and then he said it helps the Pokemon rather than hindering it. Presumably we'll just straight up kill him as opposed to help him. Is that what's gonna happen? It allows it to grow stronger. In the scientific world, we call this mutualism. Yeah, and that's what both the Pokemon and virus benefit off each other. What you're holding right now is a strain that specifically increases the HP stat. But I mean, even if it's a common thing, like presumably you don't just straight up inject it into humans. HP stat. He's like, okay, inject this virus into a person. He's like, now even though the virus doesn't affect ordinary people, might be able to help your father. So I guess potentially people who were afflicted by the Delta incident would ultimately they would be able to be affected by stuff like this as to where normal people wouldn't. That's very interesting because presumably, he may be able to find a way to recreate the Delta incident and ultimately like create like semi-evolved people. Increasing his HP stat could heal him and even lengthen his lifespan. HP stat. He's like, his HP is like on 5 right now. You got to do it quickly. With some fine-tuning, we might even discover a path to immortality. That's the kicker right there. Because presumably what he needs to do is he wants to test and see whether this actually works. If it does, then ultimately, if we find a way to recreate the Delta incident, which caused Maul to sort of have his DNA altered, then potentially we could just straight up live, like, if not immortal, like, at least for a long time, or at least cure common old age, sort of like ailments or whatnot. What do you say, Harmony? He's like, I mean, she literally has got nothing to lose here. Either he dies or they discover immortality. This really is just the Pokevirus in a tube. He's like, she's looking at it and she's literally like, this is literally just Pokerus. She's like, how'd you even get this? Like, that's a Pokemon infection. Like, how'd you get in a tube? How do I know you're not in line? She literally just said it's Pokerus. Like, she herself said it's Pokerus. You don't. He's like, that's a good question. He's like, I owe you Harmony. And at the moment, our interests happen to cross. I owe you Harmony. That's interesting. Presumably that refers to something that happened in the past. I mean, that's ultimately, like we said, that's ultimately what it could be referring to. Because like we said, I really like how they're portraying like Rukra here, like the picture they're painting of him having, you know, ultimately been this smart, nice guy in the past, and then ultimately now he's a cult leader or whatnot. I really like that, the sort of background they're painting, the picture they're painting or whatnot. You know, your father healed. This could be a breakthrough for our cult's research. He's like, yeah, where's Tane? Where did he go? Like, where is he? It's merely a business transaction. Your father's life, our goals. He's like, pretty balanced. I mean, we gain from this. Like, it's a mutual, like he said, the term mutual, mutually beneficial to both parties. Not only that, but if it works on him, it may work on you. So I was right. So is it hereditary? Because I was right in saying that it's hereditary. Because I was like, okay, like if he has it, then like either it's hereditary and she's gonna get, or he's gonna play, like it will play a point in the plot later on, or else like, you know, what's the whole point of this? Yeah, so he actually straight up said, you know, there's a good chance this is hereditary. He's like, you're right about the DNA thing. He told me that a long time ago. I'm desperate enough to try, but double cross me, Rukran, I swear. She's not going to be able to do anything to him. I mean, the fact that Tane is a legendary and a mega shows just how powerful Rukra is, given he's the leader. But here, he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Are you going to do it or what? I don't have all day. He's like, okay, let's see what happens. Is he going to be either one of two things? One, he just like explodes and dies, or two, he's like jumping out of the bed. Let's just get this over with. Listen, I don't like needles. If you guys don't mind, I think I'm going to win. Is that Rukra saying that? What? That is he joking right now? Is like, please say psych, because like, besides the legit, like, let's ignore the logistical issues of him like not even knowing if she's actually gonna do it. But like the fact that like presumably the most powerful cult leader, besides maybe Yaren, or I guess Audrey's in the mix now because she is her legendary. Like he's like scared of needles. I guess this really does paint a backstory or like a picture of Rukra. Oh my god, this interaction was great. He's like, oh, that was Damien. That was, oh my god. I thought that was Rukra. And I'm like, what is Rukra saying? Oh my god, that was Damien. That would have been funny if that was Rukra. Oh my god. That would have been amazing. But it's Damien. So he's like, seriously, he's in a room with the cultist and he's scared of needles. Rukra's like, hey, I'm not that scared. What are you even talking about? He's like, anyways, oh my god. I thought that was Rukra saying that. Oh my god. That would have been great. Okay, Dad, hang in there. Okay, let's see what like I said, either he just straight up dies or he's like jumping out of his bed. 3, 2, 1, 0. And done. Oh, you're awake. Are you okay? Yeah, because you pricked him with a needle. He was just like chilling, sleeping. What the hell was that? Because we talked with the one person about the ghost, but I mean, I'm not sure that's a related incident. What's happening? What? Is he gonna like freaking turn into a Pokemon? Like what did Rukra just do? What? God, I wish that text box was out of the way. What? This is what? Hold on. I want to see. Oh my Arceus, what the? Shh. Why is Rukra like shushing her? Like, why is the text so small? I can't even read that. We need to talk quietly. Be careful not to provoke him. What the hell did Rukra just do? He created like a freaking Deoxys human like morph. If he gets provoked, is he just gonna clap everyone in the room? Why is he why wouldn't he tell her this before? Like, Nora and I are just like chilling here. We really shouldn't be here. This is like personal issues now, but like, what? Why didn't he tell first? Why didn't he tell her this before? Second off, like, what the actual fuck? It's like, Rukra, what on earth did you do? This wasn't supposed to happen. Can I please see the person? Because I got like a glimpse, and I'm like, that's literally Deoxys. I'm like, but why are they speaking? What's the text? I'm not sure, but it looks a bit like Deoxys. I wonder if there's a connection. He's actually like making a scientific analysis. Like, what's even going on at this point? Like, she just literally saw her Why didn't he tell her that beforehand though? Like, clearly he didn't know this was gonna happen, but he's like, okay, shut up, don't provoke him. He's like, this was not what I anticipated. Let's just chill for a moment, see what he does. Presumably he's not even human anymore. He's like human Pokemon morph. Like he's like using like the scientific. He's like, I wonder if there's a connection. He's like, this is very interesting. I didn't anticipate this, but this could potentially be a learning experience. It would make sense. Deoxys is a virus known for its attacks. Perhaps the Pokerus is an extension of this. He's literally like, Harmony literally just saw her father get transformed into like freaking Deoxys. And then Rukra like, he's like making a scientific analysis of this event. Like, you better fix him, Rukra. She won't do shit. I think he's been healed. At least she'll live longer too. The problem is the virus may have infected his mind. He's like, I did fix him. He's up and walking about. The only difference is he's half Deoxys now. I mean, he's like, hey, I fulfilled my end of the bargain. I mean, he's up and walking, right? Like, was he doing that before? Likely not. I mean, I'm just wondering what Harmony would even do. Like, I love how they're talking as if they're like friends here. It's like a sitcom. Like, they really are sort of. This really does paint such a great picture of Rukra. God, I can't believe I didn't make this interaction in the previous playthrough or run through. This is great. This is great. He's like, somehow. It seems this experiment needs far more fine-tuning. He's like, yeah, there's room for improvement, definitely. But I mean, hey, he's up and walking. Is that not success? He's like, baby steps, baby steps. But anyways, we need to stay quiet. As long as we aren't loud, we can. Why didn't he tell her this beforehand? He's like, oh yeah, loud noises may provoke him after we inject the virus, so you want to stay quiet. Presumably, I guarantee since it got cut off, she's got to like start screaming. He's like, oh my God, there's like no way. I swear to God, this is like a freaking sitcom going on right now. Freaking Damien. Hey guys, how did it go? Is the needle going? Okay. Freaking Damien. He's like, his literal first two words, he's like screaming. Hopefully Deoxys just freaking Deoxys human morph just straight up doesn't like attack him. Okay, Rungo, sorry. Is he still here? Okay. What an idiot. The Damien literally got kidnapped by, I saw us for a split second, the Mauled, who is now a Deoxys human morph, like in front of Damien, and they're gone. Oh my God, Rukra. This interaction was amazing. I can't believe I missed this in the first run report. This is literally like a sitcom. What have you done? This is your fault. He's like, hey, listen, I see this as a success. He's like, he's up, walking about, teleporting. I mean, was he doing that before? No. He's fine now. I mean, this didn't go quite as planned, but what a breakthrough it's been. He's like, yeah, I'd say this was a success. Like, baby steps in part of his, like, plan. I mean, obviously there's going to be failures, like, along the way, and this is one of them. But, I mean, it's a learning experience, right? If he really is immortal now, then I'm sure we can find a way to use it without the drawbacks. He's like, yeah, I mean, we have human Pokemon. That's presumably the first human Pokemon hybrid. That's, like, a pretty big deal, right? He's like, do you not care at all if someone just got kidnapped? No. Not really, no. Like, we don't care. Like, I don't care. All I know is that, we made it happen. Like, Rukra's like, no. It was just, like I said, this experiment was a success in Rukra's book. Well, I guess it was a failure, technically, but I mean, ultimately, it was a success in the sense that, it was a learning experience. It's like baby steps or whatnot. What about my father? What did you do to him? You mean, what did you do to him? You were the one who injected him. I didn't do anything. I mean, you were the one who injected him with Pokerus. He's like, your father is fine, more than fine. In fact, he's the healthiest he's ever been. He's like, he literally just teleported. Like, that's a pretty big deal. I mean, like, I don't know what freaking, like, Harmony's, like, needs to chill here. Like, she just needs to, like, take a step back and chill. Like, if I was, like, teleporting, like, up and about walking, like, human Pokemon hybrid, like, what more could you ask for? As for the boy, I'm sure he's fine. He may be infected, but the Pokerus helps, not hinders. Well, I mean, is Damien going to become a Deoxys human hybrid now? Because presumably us and Nora are going to have to go deal with this, right? Rukra's just going to, like, head out. Tane already dipped. I mean, is Damien going to be a freaking Deoxys human hybrid? My father would never do that. Never do what? Never do what? Yeah. It's not really up to him at this point. Oh, yeah, he's like, oh, she meant by infecting Damien. And he's like, are you sure about that? He's like, I wouldn't be so sure. And now it's time for me to take my leave. He's like, all right, I'm gonna head out. I have an appointment to keep with the gym leader. What? I hope you appreciate this. Your father is immortal now, after all. Who's he referring to? Is he gonna like freaking go back to Orion's gym and actually take Reshiram? Because presumably, they haven't gotten it yet. But I mean, I don't know. That's either we're gonna need to backtrack to deal with that, or that'll come like about later in the game. And he's like, I didn't keep up my end of the bargain. Like your father's like up and about teleporting, like he's straight up immortal. So I mean, if you wanted a better deal, you should have specified. But I mean, Rukra's like, I still fulfill my end of the bargain here. He's literally like, all right, I'm gonna head out. This interaction was amazing. What a jerk. After all Sylvan and I did for you, think he'd a bit more appreciative. So that's interesting because presumably they were all separate interactions. Sylvan, Harmony, and the Science Cult. Or not Science Cult, the Science Club. But at least Sylvan and Harmony, what they were working with Rukra at the same time. Like we said, when he was known as this smart and nice guy as opposed to a cult leader. That's really, God, this was an amazing interaction. I can't believe I missed this the first time around. Damien. Oh, is that Nora speaking now? Okay, no, it's Harmony. Listen, Nora, is it? We'll find your friend, I promise. Oh, she's just straight up ignoring us. Like, fuck off. Come with me. We'll try to figure out where Maul took him. I'd like that very much. Raymond, you can help us if you want. Yeah, but you might find it more useful to... What? I'm worried that Rukra might have been talking about Anastasia. At first I thought that said anesthesia. No, Anastasia. Is she seriously asking this of us right now? Like, is she actually asking this of us? Like, I can't tell if this is like she's literally asking us to ignore about our friend who's presumably going to turn into a half Deoxys, half human hybrid, very much die, to like go to the next gym. I don't care about Rukra right now. He can do what he wants. I want to go find Damien. Is she actually? No way. Like, this can't be serious. There's no way she's actually asking us to go to the next gym as opposed to look for Damien. There, where he said he had an appointment. If you could warn her, she might be in danger. I'd appreciate it. The other thing is mauled. I don't care about your father. I'm trying to find my friend here. You guys see him again, you have to let me know. Yeah, if we're going to see him, we need to figure out a way to reverse this. For my own sake, I have to believe that's possible. Listen, Rukra, he saw it, he's like, all right, I'm going to head out. So presumably he had no contingency. There's no way to reverse it. Come on, Noah, follow me. Listen, there's no way they're being serious right now there's no way that was serious. Like, I'm literally checking every single room to look for Damien. I'm literally checking every single room. There's no way she's legitimately asking us to, like, leave, presumably, our friend who's gotten kidnapped. I mean, there's just no way. That's got to be, like, a joke, right? Like, we probably can't progress until we find him. Like, I mean, there's just no way. Like, listen, like, I'm going to be honest. Okay, so presumably this guy has no idea what happened. Okay, yeah, so. Yeah, I'm going to check the ghost room, and then that, because I'm literally checking every single nook and cranny. There's no way they're serious about us just straight up, like, leaving our friend. This freaking faceless guy who sleeps on his stomach. So, oh no, it was the back right room on the first floor. There's like no way this is serious. Like, they aren't actually expecting us to presumably just like not look for Damien and go to the next gym. Like, that's got to be a joke, right? Like, we can't progress until we find Damien. That's got to be the case, right? Like, I'm saying, like, the game better say psych, like, soon. Like, I mean, okay, I already took that TM. So I'm going to check the ghost room on the first floor. There's no way. Like, there's no way. Like, God, Damien gets shot. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Damien freaking betrayed us. We all treat him like shit. I mean, did I speak to this guy? Okay, yeah, I did. Okay. Honestly, like I said, I wouldn't even be surprised if Damien betrayed us. We all treat him like shit. I mean, literally, freaking Harmony asked us to, like, basically ignore him. Like, just say, like, oh, we'll deal with it. You go to the next gym. I really don't care. Like, I just want to find Damien. Like, I mean, there's no way this is, like, they're actually expecting us to, like, not, like, I don't know. Like, really? They're really, like, just going to drop this here. I mean, Oh my God. His interaction was great. I mean, okay, let's go to the ghost room. That's this room. Or shoot, one more room. But I mean, I just like I would look for Damien in this. Wait, what? Why is there no one in that room? Hold on, is this the ghost room instead? I think this is the ghost room. Hold on. It's like what brings you to Sinai Hills? Okay, yeah, the ghost stories. And then yeah. Let's see. They're actually expecting us to just leave this here. Like, listen, I'm like not the most I'm not the most emotional person. I would search for Damien. I mean, like, I would search for Damien. Really? So we're just hold on. I'm gonna go. Wait a second. There's one more thing I can do. One more thing I can do. Oh my God. Okay, it's me, the director. Oh my God. This is from Sun Touch City. The freaking. Oh my God. This is. Oh, really? I thought this was an event, but no, it's just the freaking director. Oh my God. Here, I have an idea, right? There's a secret entrance to the right, right? Hold on. Let me see if we can actually progress. Because if we can, that'd be insane. So let me check that out first, okay? let's check that out. Can we actually progress? No way. There's no way they're actually expecting us to just drop this here. There's no way. Like, I want to search for Damien. I want to search for freaking. I don't care about what Rukra has to do to the next gym leader. I mean, he's just only one of like 5 or 6 cults in the region. I want to freaking find Damien before he turns into human Deoxys hybrid. I'm going through the side entrance. There's like no way they're expecting us to drop this here, right? Let's quick save. Like, please, like, say psych. Like, does this lead to the same place? Presumably not. Where is this? Is that a Delta? Is that a Delta Litwick? I think that's a Delta. Wait, how do I access it? Okay, I need to go up here. Yeah, that's a Delta. There's no way they're expecting us to drop this here. Okay, oh my God. I'm gonna end this here. I can't believe they're expecting us to just drop this here. Being 100% honest, I can't believe they're expecting that. Well, I guess, can we enter through the back? Nope. But yeah, so, oh my God. Really? Really? I find that hard to believe, being 100% honest, that they expect us to drop that here. Oh my God. But anyway, that was a great interaction. That was a great interaction. That did an amazing job of 2 things. One, portraying how Rukra was in the past. How ultimately he was this smart, nice kid. But ultimately, like we said, there was likely an instance or event which led him to become a cult leader. And second off, how shitty. I really thought that was Rukra talking about the needles. I really thought he was gonna step out. Oh my God. But yeah, and then second, ultimately, just sort of the interaction itself, just freaking him like shushing up Harmony, like for whatever reason, not telling her before. Damien walking in, shouting, gets kidnapped, and then ultimately Rukra is just like, all right, I'm gonna head out. And then Harmony tells us, oh yeah, go to the next gym. Nora and I will search for Damien. Like expecting us to actually let that slide. Like I want to search for Damien. Like I said, there are 5 or 6 cults in the region. What Rukra does doesn't matter. Like we'd rather search for Damien here, but obviously, that's not the game. That's not what the game will let happen. So, yep. Whew, that's all for this part. See you in the next one.